Can you tell me the parts of a book? Do you remember what this is called? The front cover. And what part of the book is this? The back cover. What part of the book is this on the side? The spine. What does the spine do? It holds the pages together so that they don't fall out. Who writes these words? The author, Don Freeman. Who drew this picture? The illustrator. And the name of the book is the title. This title is A Pocket for Corduroy. So who do you think Corduroy is? What do you see on the cover? I see a bear. What does he have on his overalls? A pocket. Do you know what this is? That's a roll of thread. So let's see what this book is about. A Pocket for Corduroy. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. That's a place where you can wash clothes. As always on such trips, Lisa carried along her toy bear, Corduroy. The laundromat was a very busy place at this hour. Now, Corduroy, you sit right here and wait for me, Lisa said. I'm going to help with our wash. I hope he listens to Lisa. Corduroy waited patiently. Then he suddenly perked up his ears. He perked up his ears. That means that he's listening. He's listening to something. Lisa's mother was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa dear. You don't want your precious things to get all wet and soapy." Do you guys check your pockets before you wash them? Pockets, said Corduroy to himself. I don't have a pocket. Do you guys have pockets on your clothes today? Go ahead and check. He slid off the chair. I must go find something to make a pocket out of, he said, and he began to look around. I wonder what he's going to use for a pocket. Ooh, lost the page. First, he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or color. Those would be huge pockets. Then he saw a huge stack of colorful clothes in a laundry bag. There ought to be something in there to make a pocket out of, he said. That bag is bigger than him. Without hesitating, he climbed inside the bag, which was filled of pieces of wet laundry. The dampness, the wetness, didn't bother Corduroy in the least. This must be a cave, he said, sighing happily. I've always wanted to live in a dark, cool cave. Have you guys ever wanted to go to a cave? Have you ever been in a cave? Sometimes when I'm hiking, I see caves. When the time came for Lisa to fetch her bear, he was gone. Oh, Mommy, she exclaimed, Corduroy isn't here where I left him. I'm sorry, honey, said her mother, but the laundromat will be closing soon and we must be getting home. Uh-oh, where is Corduroy? He is in the big bag of wet laundry. And Lisa's ready to go home. Lisa was reluctant to leave without Corduroy, so she didn't want to leave without her bear. But her mother insisted. Her mother said that they need to go. You can come back tomorrow, she said. I'm sure he will still be here. Where's Corduroy? In the bag. As they left, a young man wearing an artist's beret, which is a hat, that's an artist hat, was taking his wet laundry out of a bag, the very bag Corduroy had discovered. Do you see him? I see his nose and his eyes. Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed together with all the sheets, shirts, shorts, slacks. Slacks is another way to say pants. Inside the dryer. Just as the artist was shutting the glass door, Corduroy tumbled out onto the floor. How in thunder did that bear ever get mixed up in all my things? The artist wondered. Poor Corduroy was damp all over. What does it mean to be damp? It means he's wet. The least I can do for him is give his overalls a good drying, said the man thoughtfully. He unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. You can see how damp the clothes are. There's water coming off of them. Does Corduroy look happy, sad, mad, frustrated, confused? How does he feel about his overalls being dried? Corduroy grew dizzy as he watched the clothes spinning around, and the artist became inspired. This would make a wonderful painting, he said as he took a sketch pad out of his pocket and began drawing the swirling colors. I can hardly wait to get back to my studio. The studio is where he paints and draws. Finally, the dryer stopped whirling and the man gathered up the clothes. Then he helped Corduroy put on his warm, dry overalls. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called, "Closing time! Everybody out!" What do you think Corduroy's going to do? Lisa isn't there to take him home. Corduroy was gently placed on top of a washing machine. I wonder who that bear belongs to, said the artist as he was leaving. Seems to me he should have his name someplace. He's too fine a fellow to be lost. Where could Corduroy put his name? As soon as the lights were turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something white glowing in the dark. Maybe it's snow, he said excitedly. I've always wanted to play in the snow. Is that snow? No, it says soap chips. It's laundry detergent. It's kind of like a powder. He accidentally tipped over the open-lidded box and suddenly he was covered with soft, slippery soap flakes. Corduroy began to slip and slide. Oh, what fun, he said with a smile. At least he's enjoying it. I've always wanted to ski down a steep mountainside. The next morning, when the manager came to open the door of the laundromat, there was Lisa waiting. I left something here yesterday, she explained. May I look around? Certainly, said the manager. My customers are always leaving things. That was very nice of him to let her go in. Lisa was searching under chairs and in the back of washing machines when she heard the manager call. Is this what you're looking for, señorita? What did he find? Yes, yes! He's my best friend, shouted Lisa as she came running. She reached in and picked Corduroy out of the basket. This is where you've been, you little rascal, she said. It's time I took you home. Look at their faces. How are they feeling? They look so excited and happy to be with each other again. Lisa thanked the manager and ran out the door and down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. I thought I told you to wait for me, she said. Why did you wander away? I went looking for a pocket, said Corduroy. Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you tell me you wanted a pocket? Asked Lisa, giving him an affectionate squeeze. So she squeezed him lovingly, gave him a great big hug. That very morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls. And here is a card I've made with your name on it for you to keep tucked inside, she said. I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name tucked inside, said Corduroy, as he and Lisa nuzzled noses. The end. So there's his purple pocket, and there's the thread that Lisa used to put it on his overalls, and that piece of paper has his name on it. So if he's ever lost again, somebody will know what his name is.